Welcome and good evening to the first recording of The Forum.
You.
With me over to my right, we got Mr. Blackwell.
You.
Got my man JK.
It's good.
And I'm Slick. And pretty much what we're about is just three brothers just getting together, talk a little bit of shit about this, that, and the other, having a little sip of our little sip on while we talking that shit, and pretty much having a good time. If y'all like what we got to say or what have you, please feel free to comment. And let's get to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Get it, fellas.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, let's just start because we're in the new year, and we just went through that hell we try to call 2020. So far, Mr. Blackwell, man, how's the year treating you so far, bro?
Man, be better, I mean, dealing with, the whole pandemic and, home life. It has its challenges, but it happens. I mean, can you do,
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel you.
Yeah.
JK, how's 2021 treating you so far, bro?
Yeah, man. So far, so good, man. Just just happy to get rid of that last year. That shit was crazy, man.
Thanks.
Had a vacation to transition myself into the new year, so started off fresh, man. Rejuvenated, clear mind. Just ready to kick it off with a bang, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So far, so good this year for myself. I still got the usual aches and pains, but I'm blessed, yo. I'm blessed with the family I got, the family support I got, and the support of my boys and my crew. I'm just glad we got that 2020 over because 2020 was like a year of loss. So hopefully 2021 will be a year of renewal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
it.
that's what we got to keep this positive vibe going, and hopefully with this right here, this will be much needed where, we reach out to heads reach out to us, and try to make all of this go smoother than the water in the ocean.
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I know heads dedicated hip-hop heads. As you can see right here, one of the greatest MCs to ever live. Bless the mic was Tupac. Rest in peace to Tupac. We lost some ill pioneers last year in hip-hop, but overall, what to you is hip-hop? What does hip-hop mean to you? Anyone can jump in on that. What is your impression of hip-hop?
Hip hop is embedded in, I think, our DNA. Like it's like part of our culture. Like it's everything. It's a feeling. Like it gets people very passionate about what things that they do, like in life in general. That's what I think what hip hop is. Like from even getting up, getting ready for work, or even like going in your kitchen and throwing down cooking, and or even having like a crew over your crib while you like playing cards, or even like watching a football game. That's what I think what hip hop is, like, in my opinion. And fashion, of course, like I think fashion's a big thing when it comes to hip hop, in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree, man. I think hip hop for me is just natural. You know what I mean? It's just like it's embedded in this, like you said, and it's just like, I don't know, just growing up, man. I just remember those days back on Brookledge Street, back in those days. Shout out to my Brookledge heads. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, going back in those days, man, being on the block, man, and listening to the radio, and you got your box out there, and you listening to all that good shit, that good hip hop shit, you breakdancing. You know what I mean? It's just like it was just natural for us. You know what I mean? Just a part of the culture. Just like Sean said, like being a part of your wake up, being a part of your everyday movement of your life. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. Hip hop with me, man. Like I cut my hair to hip hop. I take a shower to hip hop.
Yep.
I eat to hip hop. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is for me. It's just natural. It's like air to me.
Yep.
And just like you guys are keying on too, hip hop, it's not just about rap music, but just like you guys are saying, it's a culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the elements of hip hop, where it's b-boying, breakdancing, DJing, MCing, graffiti, breakdancing, and also black entrepreneurship
Yeah.
and knowledge of self. you know, hip hop is more than just rap music. It's an actual culture, and it's a culture that was embedded in our community to this day. Even us old heads and whatnot, it's like, you know, we still got the b-boy stance, and we still got the hip hop tone, and when we talk, and the way we dress, and the way we interact with each other. You know what's good, you know what's up. You know, it is a part of our DNA, and it's the fabric of our lives. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes you, for me anyways, just makes you appreciate being black because of how unique the hip hop culture it is. It's different than other cultures like the metalhead culture or the punk rock culture or the country western culture. This is something that was created by us, and this is for us, and it's about us, or at least that's how it started off. But you know, for me, when my love affair, when did your love affair with hip hop start? What was the one joint, the one song you heard where you're like, yo,
I love this shit?
That's a loaded question, but I
know
think
It could be a lot.
yeah, man. I think it depends on like what you were going through. I mean, again, like hip hop in general, like I said, is very influential, and like I said, when you have that element that come in when it comes to like, okay, like you wake up and you know what I'm saying, you feel like, all right, let me just. I think, matter of fact, the one that the song that I told you that I like, I fell in love like when hip hop was, like I said, was Audio 2, that Top Billing, like that that joint, like it, even a beatless. I'm telling you, it just it just gets you going, like, and a lot of people, I mean, they enjoy it, like especially like a lot of old school, a lot of old school music. Like I said, it gets you moving. And that's why I think like that's definitely part of hip hop. It's emotional and everything. Like it's there. Like I dig it.
Yeah, I think for me, like, you know, going a little bit back, I mean, I just like music in general.
Yeah.
I'm just a big music head, music buff. But with hip hop for me, man, I guess like what really, I can't really pin it down to one jam. I could just think about a lot of songs, but if I think about an era and a time, I would say Block Parties is what really got me into loving hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, because it's just like you got getting your peoples together, and you know, you're having fun. There's drinks, there's girls, there's dancing. You know what I mean? Like there's actual dancing, there's battles, there's all that stuff. There's freshness, there's gear, there's, you know, your Adidas. It's just all of that element is just all in one, man. So for me, man, that's what, you know, I can remember, you know, my first block party I went to. I think it was on Sonoma Street.
Jesus.
I snuck out the crib, yo.
And you lived to tell the tale. He said Sonoma.
I snuck out the crib, yo. I snuck out the crib. I want to say, I don't know where Mom Dukes was at, but I snuck out. I was out there chilling. I think I was probably like maybe like, I want to say 10 or 11. I grabbed a beer can. And I ain't drink it, but I was walking around like I was drinking it. And motherfuckers was like, yo, what you doing here, little nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Back then, Sonoma was popping back then. Too Sonoma right up there off of Elm Hill in the hood, Dorchester, yo.
And I lived on Brooklyn, so that was right around the corner
there,
from me. So yeah, that was like one of my first ever hip hop, you know, experience. Like, oh shit, you know what I mean? You know how you see things in a movie and someone's eyes get open? That's what really opened my eyes. Like, you know, like, oh shit, this is gonna, yo, honestly, at that moment I said this is gonna be around forever.
Yeah.
Because that shit just opened me up like that.
And white folks are saying it was a fad.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I can honestly say my love affair with hip hop started when I first heard Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, The Message. And just like what John was saying, my background, West Indian culture, so I mainly was exposed to soca music because I'm from Trinity, reggae music.
Right.
But in that time, funk was killing out disco. So we was vibing off of funk, we was vibing off of disco.
It's like a transition, basically.
Yeah.
That the great transition, if you will, exactly.
That was that late 70s, early 80s.
Exactly. And when I first heard it, and it's ill because my mom's bought the single. Back then, we used to have the big ass singles.
Right.
And she bought that joint, and for whatever reason, it's like I swore you was talking to me because how easily I was able to relate to everything they were saying.
Yep.
Especially when it opens up with broken glass everywhere, people pissing in the streets like they just
Dudley,
don't
right?
care.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it was old school Dudley, especially like when you got off the train and had to come down them busted ass escalators.
Fuck Dudley, that was my hallway.
You know what I'm saying? And
That
it
was
sound
the
like
back,
piss.
back hallway in
That's what-
45
You know what I'm
Brooklet
saying?
Street, nigga. That's what it was, the back hallway.
But ever since then, I was able to relate to that, and then I heard Sugar Hill Gang,
Mhm.
and that's when I was like, yeah, it's official. I'm like, I wanted to hear more.
Yeah.
And then you started seeing the culture change as far as the heads wearing bell bottoms and whatever to wearing their jeans.
Yeah.
And then when we went to junior high, the curly, that's
Oh, yeah.
when it really took off because that's when heads was breakdancing.
Yeah.
And then with the breakdancing, there came the fashion to go along with the
Yeah.
breakdancing. The Adidas shell toes with no laces in them. You know what I'm saying? Or with the fat New York laces.
Yeah.
Levi jeans, pressed and fresh.
The Lee jeans.
The Lee jeans
yeah.
too, yo.
Yeah.
Lees and the Levi's.
Yeah.
The
Still rock Levi's.
the name belts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With your
If you
name
had a
in
name
it,
belt, nigga, you wasn't in shit.
nobody's fucking with you. The Gazelles.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Another branch of hip hop was the fashion, yo. They went
Yeah.
hand in hand
That was huge, man.
with the breakdancing.
That was huge.
And
That was huge.
that's when I was like, I need to be a part of this because I'm
Yeah.
like, heads looking like me is a part of this. But before that, we're seeing heads on Happy Days and we're seeing heads on Teen Wolf. We couldn't relate to that.
That's the big word. I mean to cut
You know
you
what
off,
I'm
but
saying?
the big word you said is relatable.
Exactly.
That's one thing hip hop brought to all of us
Mhm.
until to this day. You can relate to some shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think, it's like it's big for a lot of people. Like you just spoke on this, like it's like, yo, when you hear certain shit, you're like, damn, I'm feeling that.
back.
Or damn, I went through that. Or damn, how this motherfucker know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I agree with you, man.
But it's just like you said too. I think either you or Shiz said that where depending on the mood,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you said that, it's like, yo, hip hop is like, especially rap music, is like the background music of your life. Because rest in peace to Ecstasy from Houdini.
Yeah. Boom, boom,
Tell
boom,
me
boom,
if
boom.
you put on One Love right now,
One love,
you're not
one
catching
love.
feelings.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
hear
man.
that, when he passed, I played that song at least like 5 or 6 times back to back, and it brought me back to the Curly.
Remember we had the concert at the Curly with Houdini, yo?
Oh, that was at Madison.
I mean, I'm sorry,
At
Madison.
Madison when
I heard
they
about
came
that.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bobby Brown was there.
Yeah.
I mean, hip hop is like the background music. Like if our lives was like a show,
That's how it was.
cueing this right here with
Yeah.
the first crush, One Love,
Yeah.
or you and your boys about to go run some ball friends,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or like you said, the block party,
Yeah.
Curtis blow the brakes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
You
was
know what
my
I'm
shit.
saying?
Did you guys ever have a time when you already knew, like, well into your like hip hop era? Like, I mean, during that time, like, you was like, you had like an obsession with hip hop. I know
Yeah.
I know for me, like,
Oh, yeah.
I know for me in general, like, I was after. I'm not gonna lie. After when Dr. Dre came out with his first Chronic album, I think from that point on, like, I don't know what it was, but like I would say just about every hip hop song that I've like, I don't know, like heard like on the radio came when, during that era when West Coast was pretty much running the hip hop game.
Mhm. The
Like,
rise of Death Row.
The rise of Death Row. Like there was a time when like I was obsessed with hip hop, and just like even some of these underground like MCs were like, they were rising. Redman, and you had DOS Effects, and you had Helter Skelter. The whole Duck Down crew was like, it was like, all right, like how many?
geez.
Yeah, and like, and the thing is, like, you didn't understand, like, I didn't understand like how good these are. Even I know you guys, and I don't know if you guys are a fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony, but even during that time, like, I know they were like creeping up and they were getting popular, and I enjoyed everything. Yeah, like, yeah, man, and like, again, don't matter what you were going through during that time, like, honestly, like you putting on like a hip hop CD. Like I said, I told you I was obsessed with Redman when I was younger. Like I don't know what it was, yo, and in fact, like I said, like I was like to a point where I was like, all right, like let me just look at this dude's background. I didn't even know he was a DJ like back in the day before he blew
was
up.
an MC.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, like he was good as a DJ. Like I'm like, damn, like so.
He DJs now.
Yeah.
Probably still does. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
But to build on what you're saying, the era.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because me and JK were old heads. I'm
Right.
not afraid to say I'm 50. You nigga.
Right.
But the era,
Mhm.
because for us, we was there when hip hop was in its infancy,
That's
when
right.
it was born,
That's right.
and we seen
Yeah.
it evolve.
Mhm.
But back
Grew up
in
with that bitch.
our day,
Mm-hmm.
it's like every month or every week something ill was dropping,
Mm.
and you couldn't wait. The
Right.
LL got a new joint coming out.
Mhm.
Run DMC got a new joint coming out. Beastie Boys got a new joint. Fat Boys.
Mhm.
This nigga from fucking New York called Big Daddy Kane. He got something out. It's crazy.
Mhm.
These two, Eric B and Rakim. Oh, nigga, fucking Public Enemy on
Mhm.
some
Yeah.
old fuck the government type
Yeah.
shit. So you
Yeah,
had
the
all of this
evolution of it.
variety
Mhm.
coming
The
out.
evolution of it was
Yeah.
crazy. You right.
You
You
couldn't
right.
wait. These two dudes, Scott LaRock and Karis,
Mhm.
one
Yeah.
talking about the bridge is over. I think
Yeah.
they're dissing this dude that was down with the Juice Crew called
Yeah.
MC Shan.
Yeah.
He's dissing DJ Marley Marl. Yo, let me cop that.
Mhm.
He's dissing Roxanne Shante. Roxanne Shante, when she came out,
Mhm.
she was no joke. MC Light. Yo,
It was a problem.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was the golden
Golden
era
era.
Yeah.
of hip hop
I
right
agree.
there,
I
where
agree.
you just couldn't wait for the next release,
Yeah.
and the MCs was holding heads accountable, like your shit's whack, man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That
Instead of
golden
giving you a
era
participation trophy.
set a precedent.
Set a
A
tone.
huge
Yeah.
tone, a huge precedence with, today. You know what I mean? Like, even when like this stuff wasn't going on until the golden era started.
Right. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, you had Roxanne Shante coming out
Mhm.
fucking with,
She's-
UTFO.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
yeah, it was just crazy. I mean, I remember when, like, obviously when it first came out, you had the first major group, like